Hi everyone. Looks like we are actually back this week. I did get my wisdom teeth removed, but actually no swelling, as you can see, and just been waking up sore mainly. I did take some of the painkillers this morning, so if I'm a little bit loopy or go on a tangent, that doesn't make sense. I do apologize. Start things off. Do you have any news or any articles you want to cover?
Dragon Ball specific? No, not really. But I mean, Comic-Con and everything, a lot of good stuff came out. Yesterday, especially yesterday, when it came to everything Comic-Con.
Yeah, we got our Justice League trailer.
Justice League, yes, that actually looks really good.
I know, surprisingly. But so did Batman v Superman, and then that was a piece of crap movie.
Yeah. Sadly, with the bad writing, had potential.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it looks really good. I heard they had the Infinity Wars trailer, which hasn't been released to us yet. I heard that was really good. You had a lot of the DC shows on the CW. They had their like mini trailers for the upcoming seasons. What do you call it? Stranger Things 2. One movie that I'm pretty interested in is Ready Player One.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
I haven't seen the preview, but I've seen, like images here and there. So
there's a lot going on in that trailer because like it starts off, it's like when it actually gets into the trailer, like it starts off with like the Willy Wonka theme song.
Okay.
And then it's a Steven Spielberg movie. So it has like the Willy Wonka theme song. The guy goes into like a virtual world and you see like the Iron Giant. You'll see the DeLorean from Back to the Future. It's like all this stuff is going on in this movie. It looks really good. I don't know what. I know it has to deal with something like video games, virtual reality, but I don't know exactly what it's about. But it looks really good. I recommend checking out that trailer.
Maybe a new Tron world.
You see a Tron bike because it's in the same scene with the DeLorean. So you see all these different vehicles out of nowhere.
All right.
So it looks really good. Again, potential.
It's Spielberg, so I'll trust it. It's gotta be good.
It has to be good. Spielberg. He very rarely does he strike out, if any.
Something else that happened over the weekend is Lugia and Articuno are on the loose on Pokemon Go.
Yes, so definitely look out for the raids around your area. Get ready to start catching them. They'll be releasing Ho-Oh, Zapdos, and Moltres soon enough as well. I'm guessing we'll be seeing Mewtwo hopefully soon as well. That's all I really want is just Mewtwo. So.
Of course.
It's my favorite Pokemon.
I know. It's everywhere. So I just want to say thank you for those that have also liked and subscribed to the Facebook updates for Geek Elite Radio for San Diego Comic-Con. I know that you can get a lot of information from them too, since they've been going to a lot of the panels as well. Have you seen the Archer? And
I haven't seen the video itself, but it looks good. Yeah, from the clips I've seen.
The Archer and the Kingsman.
Yeah, crossover. The crossover.
Yeah, it's only a 2-minute clip, but it's actually really good.
Yeah.
And then they did a Bob's Burgers meets Archer too.
At San Diego Comic-Con? Because I feel like they've done an episode like that before. Or at least I've seen it in an episode.
It was Archer gets confused and he thinks that he's part of Bob's Burgers world. That's what happens. But this one is actually the characters meet each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That one's like a 5-minute clip. That one's still pretty funny.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, because I just recently caught a few episodes of Bob's Burger, and it's actually really pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was funny. I just never watched it, and now watching it, I was like, I have to put more into it to watch it. Oh, yeah, Hulu. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually one of my favorite shows. All right. Anything else you want to touch on?
Let's see here. Trying to think. Nothing off the top of my head right now.
All right. Cool. We can always add anything at the end if it does come back. But this week we are bringing you episodes 82 through 87.
Yeah. So I recently just watched all these episodes last night. So they're pretty fresh.
All these episodes are filler.
Yeah. I mean, there's like storyline, but they're filler too. I like a couple of them are like just filler episodes, but some of them really go along with the storyline because it's not the tournament, it's like going into the tournament.
Yeah. So this episode was actually pretty cool. This had a lot of action. I mean, all the episodes had action, but this one was actually pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, so this one was Topo wanting to fight Goku.
Yeah.
So that's where we left off from the last episode. And the Universe 11 Supreme Kai, his name is Kai. That's from what I got from
Yeah.
he asked, he asked Zeno for forgiveness about what Topo jumping into the ring, wanting to fight, and asks if it's okay for him and Goku to hash it out. And so Zeno's like, sure, why not? And so Goku and Topo start fighting. Goku goes Super Saiyan, and Topo was actually a lot faster than what he looks like because he's super big and round.
Yeah.
He's like, he kind of looks like Snorlax, but with like Machamp arms and like a beard. But like his body wise is just like, and he has like really skinny. He skipped leg day.
Yeah, he always skips leg day.
Yeah, he always skips leg day. But yeah, he actually surprises Goku with how fast he is, and almost kills Goku at one point in the episode.
Dislocates his shoulder and everything.
Mm-hmm. He dislocated his arm, and then Goku just puts it back like nothing. And then he like puts him in a chokehold. Like he's crushing. He's wrapped around him, and he's just like crushing him. And Goku's like starting to fade away.
Yeah. He loses his Saiyan aura, and just like his eyes, like his pupils are starting to fade away too. And before we go any further, this episode is called Never Forgive Son Goku, Topo, the Warrior of Justice Intrudes. God, that's a mouthful.
It could be just something simple, like Goku versus Topo. No, it's like a run-on sentence.
They have to all the time.
But yeah, so you have this fight, and then Goku, he's about to pretty much be finished, and then he goes Super Saiyan Blue, breaks out of the chokehold, and then he starts wailing on Topo for a bit there.
Yeah. Goku ends up getting the upper hand at one point finally, but doesn't Whis his dad stop the fight?
Yeah, because they both are pretty even, and they both decide, oh, we've been holding back. Let's go at full power, and they start like charging up. And then the Grand Priest is like, no, let's cut it here. It's like, let's save it for the tournament of power. And so they ended up having to end the fight early, or not necessarily early, but just ending it, period. Yeah. And then when the Grand Priest tells them, all right, so you guys have this much time to get ready, which in human time, regular hours, is 40 hours.
Yep.
They have less than 2 days to get their 10-player teams together and ready to fight in the Tournament of Power.
A lot goes on in those 48 hours.
Yes, definitely. And Beerus throughout the episode is not happy about Goku being so laid back, especially with everything that's on the line. Like he's so, like let's have this tournament. Let's do. I can't wait for this tournament. He's like, if we lose this tournament, we're done. Like we're the second worst team in this tournament. Like chances of us winning is not likely.
Yeah. At some point, don't they ask Supreme Kai to look for other, warriors across the universe too? Their universe?
Yeah, he asks like, are there any other planets that have any life on them, and if so, do they have any other strong fighters? And so Supreme Kai is like, yeah, there should be other planets that have life on Earth outside of Namek, because he starts naming off planets that are no longer there, like Namek and Planet Vegeta and so on. So he when they get back to Earth, he decides to go look around and see if he can find any fighters.
Yeah. I think that basically concludes that episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, these are all mainly filler, but some of these episodes that have some great stuff in them. So that would leave us to episode 83 from the Universe 7 representing team. Who are the strongest 10?
Yeah, so it starts off with the Goku and company showing back up at Bulma's place, and Chi-Chi had just made a meal for everybody, a feast. He's like, hey, Goku's like, help, can you eat this food for us? Because it's getting cold. It's like, of course he's going to eat all the food.
He's going to turn down food.
Yeah, when does he ever turn down food? So everyone goes to eat, and I think Beerus is a little concerned. He's like, hey, we only have so much time. Like, we can't eat at a time like this.
But then Beerus later is like, well, if we're going to get destroyed and wiped out, I might as well take advantage. This is going to be my last meal.
Yeah. So Beerus is just like, I'm just going to accept my demise and just eat. But what? So Goku and Gohan start thinking about people they can recruit to their team, and they think of Krillin. It's like, oh, why not Krillin? So Goku invites Gohan over, and it's like, hey, they sit down and they like meditate. It looks like they're meditating, but they're having an image fight. You're kind of just thinking like how the fight would go down with Krillin versus anybody in the tournament. So most recently, I think it was Lavender. They were visioning, fighting, and so Krillin's fighting Lavender in this image world, and he gets beat. Lavender does his like super powerful energy kick and just blows away Krillin. So causes Gohan to be concerned, but Goku's like, oh, don't worry, Krillin's gotten a lot stronger since the last time we've seen him. Like, he'll be fine.
I don't know why they showed the image of Krillin getting blown up, especially if they know the rules that there's no killing in the tournament.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it looked like he died, and I mean,
I think he died.
I think he died too, but it's Krillin. Why not? Why wouldn't he have died?
Yeah.
Right. So, but that caused concern for him, and they start naming some other players. So like, well, let's invite 18 and 17. Because we know they're very strong fighters, and then Master Roshi.
Hercules' advice too was to invite 17 and 18.
Yeah, because he's personally been involved with 18 throughout, not necessarily just Super, but in Dragon Ball Z when they had the
tournament,
the martial arts tournament during the Majin Buu saga. So he personally knows about that. Goku never fought 17.
That's right.
So he's like, oh yeah, let's invite 17 as well. And then Master Roshi is like, Master Roshi's really smart. It's like we could use some of his knowledge and experience in a tournament like this.
Yeah, which was crazy that they decided to go with Roshi.
Yeah,
and at this point, I really do think that he's immortal, especially with one of the Dragon Ball movies. So I'm pretty sure he can't die. And I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
Once we're done with wrapping up all the episodes, I want to see how you rank and who's going to go out on the tournament first out of all the 10 that we have.
Okay.
Who do you think is going to be the last man standing?
So we'll definitely do a power ranking of who'll be the last man standing. And then let's see. They end up having about 7 people because then they include the 3 that already went to the exhibition. So
right.
with the 4 they hit named plus them 3, they had 7, and then they're like, we'll figure out the rest later.
Yamcha's like, oh, there's gonna be a tournament. He's all, they're gonna ask me for help.
Yeah, the last person on Earth you want to ask to join the tournament would be Yamcha.
But he's like, oh, I need to turn it down politely, and then in the last minute, be like, hey guys, I'm here to join the tournament.
Yeah, he has this little fascination and shows him showing up at like the last minute to save the team. It was like, oh god, it's like Yamcha. That's why they have very little to do in the show.
Yep. Nobody likes you anymore, Yamcha.
I don't think anyone ever liked Yamcha. I mean, he was good in Dragon Ball, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, but then it just fell off after that.
After he got killed by a Cyberman.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done.
Yep.
I didn't sign up for this. So let's see here. And they invite Vegeta. It's like, hey, Vegeta, why don't you join? It's like, we have this tournament. And Vegeta's like, no. It's like, I'm not going to join the tournament. Bulma's pregnant. She's due to have a child anytime. It's like, I'm not going to go unless you can convince her to let me go.
And they all play scenarios of like what's going to happen if we ask Bulma.
Yeah. So what ends up happening, because they can't tell him why they need him in the tournament. And so Wiz is like, all right, I guess we're going to have to do something to convince him. So Wiz shows up in the room with Bulma. She's super huge belly.
Swollen.
And he just walks right next to her, puts his staff right next to her belly. He chants a little thing, and then poof, the baby's out of her like nothing.
Yep.
Just shows up in midair. She has a baby in a towel. Done.
And Bulma's like, oh, when we have our next kid, I might have you over again.
Yeah, she's like nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no biggie. Like she's done it before.
She's seen some weird shit before, so I'm pretty sure that's not surprising.
I guess, but still, like to have like the baby just come out, like why didn't you just do it sooner then?
I don't know. The first time he didn't really get up close with Bulma, so he didn't like feel her belly or anything. So maybe this time he's like, oh, it's been a couple of days. I'm pretty sure the baby's gonna be out soon enough. So blah.
Yeah, because they said she was due anytime. So
yeah.
So you have that. And then while since the baby's there, everyone wants to hold the baby, and Vegeta, being difficult, is like off on his own, but still listening to what's going on, and he just listens to who's holding the baby and how the baby reacts to them. And he just like mumbles or grunts every time someone holds the baby, like, oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? And the Baby laughs. He's totally fine with it. But then, who's the first person that causes it? Oh,
Hercule?
Yamcha. I think it's Yamcha.
Oh, Yamcha.
I think Yamcha's the one that holds here. Let me see here. I had written down. I don't think I had written down who it was, but yeah, I think it's Yamcha because it was two people, so maybe Hercule and Yamcha. And he ends up going Super Saiyan Blue every time.
He's like, what? So nearby?
Yeah, Goku's like, hey, is there enemies nearby? What are you transforming for? So he does that a couple times, and then Gohan tells Trunks, hey, the baby's here, like your brother now. He goes, sees the baby, he holds the baby, and then takes the baby to Vegeta. It's like, hey, here's the child, like hold her. And so he's like, oh, you shouldn't hold her like that. And he holds her really quick. So like, deep down he has affection for her and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like ready to name the child because they ask, oh, what's the name of the child? And Bulma just cuts in. It's like, yeah, we're gonna call her Bola.
And then he's like, what? That's not a name worthy for a Saiyan.
Yeah. So and now we have Bola, which we all are aware of from GT.
Yeah.
So I think again another sign that they're gonna try to make GT.
GT's not gonna happen.
Oh, they're gonna make it to where it could.
Happen.
It's gonna be a choice. It's gonna be up to anybody who wants it to be GT.
That's just a bad mistake.
They're gonna leave it open ended, and it's like, oh, you can either make GT canon or not.
No.
So
no, it's not gonna happen.
I think so.
Because trying to make it happen.
Stop trying to make it happen. So pretty much at this point, at the end, Goku and Gohan decide that they're gonna go find Krillin and 18 to try to recruit him on the team. So they go and they fly off. So that's pretty much the end of episode 83.
And then the next episode.
Did you have anything to go off of for episode 83?
No,
like too much.
All filler.
Yeah, filler.
Episode 84. Son Goku, the recruiter, invites Krillin and number 18.
I thought this episode was pretty good.
It was
interesting because Goku goes. He shows up and he asks Krillin, "Hey, come join this tournament." And Krillin's like, "Yeah, I'm down to do it." So it was pretty easy for him to recruit Krillin. I mean, they're best friends. But when it came to 18, she's like, "No, I won't do it unless there's money involved." So Goku's like, "Oh, yeah, there's like 10 million zenny for the prize winner." And she's like, "Oh, okay, like, I'll join then." And so she decides to join, but Gohan's like, "Hey, it's like, Krillin, I mean, no offense, but like, I'd like to train you just to see where you're at this time." He's like, "Oh, no problem. I'm not worried." Yeah. So they go outside to like off by the beach almost, or like the cliffs, and Krillin and Gohan decide to have a fight right there, and Gohan just goes straight at him, just kind of tries to blow up the little arena. And Krillin jumps up into the sky right in front of the sun, so Gohan can't really see him. And he ends up doing a solar flare. Old technique back to Dragon Ball. 100. Yeah, times 100 to where even with Gohan closing his eyes, he still can't see. Obviously, he can't see, but it's keeping him from opening his eyes. And then at that point, Krillin just kicks him out of the ring. Yeah. And then go.
So this was an interesting part because Gohan was like, "Whoa, you actually taught me something," and obviously it's never underestimate your opponent, no matter how weak they may look, because it's not all about strength. It's all about technique and how cunning you really can be.
Yeah, Krillin with the solar flare times 100. I mean, blinds the opponent, and you go in. Just all you have to do is kick him out of the ring. So yeah, I mean, anybody can do that.
Yeah, exactly. At the next part, that's where it gets actually pretty cool too.
Yeah. So then Goku decides, "Hey, Krillin, I want to go up against you next." So then they go to a helicopter pad in the city on top of one of Hercule's towers, I guess. Yeah. And they decide to battle there. It's like, the ring's about, it looks like the regular martial arts tournament ring. It's just like a nice, good-sized square. So they decide to fight. And Krillin puts up a pretty good fight in the beginning because Goku is just regular. I don't think he's Super Saiyan. And Krillin's like throwing Destructo discs and Kai blasts all over the place, and Goku's having to dodge the Destructo blades because he even gets cut in the cheek a little bit. Yeah. So he's like, "Whoa!" Like Krillin's really going all out. And then when Goku finally destroys the Destructo discs, he steps down. He steps on the helicopter pad looking for Krillin, and then the pad right where he's at, it's like a circle, just crumbles. Crumbles, and then he almost falls right through, and he's like, "Whoa, Krillin's like." It's like, when did this happen? Krillin's like, oh, I threw a fourth destructo disc when you weren't paying attention and caused that little hole to show up.
Yeah, so if you would have sunk it in, it would have been ring out.
Yeah, it would have been ring out. And so after that, Goku's like, all right, I'm gonna put it up a notch, and then he goes Super Saiyan Blue because he's like, hey, it's like there's gonna be some really strong opponents too, so you got to be ready. And he goes and him and Krillin both shoot Kamehameha waves at each other. And Krillin actually is able to hold
off his own for a while.
Yeah, and then Goku starts putting the upper hand, and then 18. This was interesting. 18 jumps in and knocks the Kamehameha wave into the sky, and then tells Goku, "It's like, what are you doing?" It's like, you're almost about to kill him. It's like, plus, and he's like, "Oh, why are you jumping in?" It's like, well, like you said, it's like a battle royale. It's like you're not gonna be able to fight one-on-one the whole time, and so he's like, he de-transforms, and he's like, you know what? That brings up a big point. It's like I didn't even think about it. It was really frightening thinking that I was going into it like this, and you bringing this up really opened my eyes, and now I'll be ready. And he even tells Gohan, "I was like, Gohan, you hear that? It's like we gotta be ready for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Going ahead, take note."
Because you have to work as a team. You can't just be focusing on one enemy because there's gonna be enemies all over.
Yeah,
especially one of the previous episodes that they did mention. They're like, well, just so you know, everyone's gonna be after Goku.
Yeah, because everyone wants to knock out Goku in Universe 7 because they're the ones at fault of creating the tournament.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that's what, episode 83?
I think that was 84.
84?
Yeah.
Oh, I just didn't have a lot of notes on 84, so it was kind of short.
So the next one is the universes begin to make their moves and individual motives. This one was actually doesn't really have to deal with Earth. It's mainly all the Kais. They're having a little meeting, except for Universe 7's Kai, on how they should handle the situation. Basically saying, we should talk to Zeno-sama and see if there's a pardon or anything that we can do. So in case one of our universes loses, we don't get wiped out. Yeah,
and all the other Kais are like, no, it's like, we're not gonna do that. It's like he's not gonna listen. It's like you're wasting our time right now. It's like we don't have much time to get ready.
Yeah.
And so like a bunch of them end up just leaving because of that.
And then two of the Kais end up fighting with each other. Like, you guys are just smart. He's all, that's stupid. He's all, we got all the muscle. That's why we're gonna overpower you weaklings.
Yeah, it's the whole brawn over brain scenario. So let's see here. There's a note on here. Oh wow! So when Gohan goes to find Piccolo, at this point, and what ends up happening is Goku is going to look for. I think he's heading to Dende's place, because at the end of the last episode, Goku asks 18, "Hey, like where's 17 at? Like I'd like to talk to him to invite him to join the team." She's like, "Oh, we still talk." Cause like, but he told me he's at a animal reservation, but I don't know where that's at. So he could be anywhere in the world. So Goku's like, "Hey, I'll just go to Dende's place, and see if he can find him for me." So he goes looking. He goes flying to Dende, and while he's doing that, he runs into Boo.
Yeah,
a new and improved Boo at this point.
Sexy Boo.
Sexy Boo, yeah. So he finds Boo, and because he sees him and Hercule training, and Hercule's like, "Oh yeah, Boo's been training nonstop since the tournament." And he's like, he's really improved, and you see Boo, and he looks just like Super Boo, but still wearing his cape, his big diaper-looking trousers. Actually, they kind of look smaller now, I think. And then he just has the same. He pretty much just put nice Boo's face on Super Boo.
Yep.
And you got and then the cape and everything, and it's the same. And he's like a lot faster and stronger. And Hercule's like, "Hey, why don't you spar with Boo real quick?" And he's like, "Sure, why not?" And so they spar him. Boo was really quick and strong. Like even Goku says, like he was really surprised by how much better he got in like the 5 minutes they've been back. And so he even knocks Goku out of the ring because every time he recruits somebody, they end up fighting. So they do this little ring out scenario. He just shoots Boo shoots all these Kai blasts at Goku, and he's trying to dodge them all. And then all of a sudden, Boo just shows up, and because he's like gum and elastic and he can stretch, he just pushes Goku out of the ring, and that was it.
Yeah, and he's like, "What do you mean I lost?" He's like, crap. He's like, that's another lesson too. He's ring outs. He's like, I need to know my space and my boundaries, what I can and cannot do. There you go. Fuck.
And he's noticing like, hey, it's like I'm thinking going into this being like the strongest, and none of these guys are really stronger than me, but they're still beating me.
Yeah, because they're using their wits over, their power.
Yeah, and like we said last episode, they didn't make Goku the smartest person unless he's fighting, but even in scenario, there's pieces that he could have some improvement in, which is strategy.
And Whis and Beerus always tell Goku, you have flaws.
Oh yeah, I think Revival of F, they really state that, especially with after training him and Vegeta, which I think right now that they're dubbing that. They've been at that part dubbed in the show.
Yeah, right now it's in Resurrection F.
Yeah, I've seen some clips of that. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So we have that. So that's pretty much episode 85, I think, or maybe I'm missing something here. Oh, so there's more to episode 85. So after Goku spars with Boo, he decides, hey, like I need to go to Dende's and leaves. And Boo is like super tired. He like sits down. He's like, oh, and Hercule's like, oh, just take a nap, buddy. He's like, you've been training nonstop since we got back. And we go forward and they show Topo in a restaurant in his universe in a suit and tie and everything. And he goes to meet his general. So I guess because he's part of this superhero team, he's like the Nick Fury. I guess he sees the Nick Fury of his team. And while he's telling him what's going on, they get a call. And so Topo and the general end up flying out to a planet that's being attacked.
There's a Beerus-looking guy, part of that team.
Yeah, Dispo. I think he's more rabbit almost because the way his teeth are.
Oh, okay.
He looks pretty much just like Beerus on the outside. He just has bigger ears and then he has like buck teeth, pretty much.
Yeah, he's wearing the red suit and is purple.
Yeah, he's wearing the same suit as Topo's wearing, and they take out this what's the flower called in Super Mario? The
fire flower?
Yeah, it looks like a fire flower with legs and tentacles. And they just end up taking that out pretty quickly. So let's see here.
All they do is they're talking about Jiren the Gray in this episode.
Yeah, so it's like, oh yeah. He even tells Goku, at the end of that episode when they fall, it's like, oh, I'm not even the strongest for my planet. It's like Jiren is the one that's even stronger than me. And if you're only matched up with me, it's like you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
And so they talk about Jiren the Gray. And also the angels, I think, from all the universes end up having a meeting too. Or the God of Destruction, sorry. The God of Destructions have a meeting in this episode as well. Except for Beerus. And Vados even states to all the Gods of Destruction because they're all upset about this tournament. It's like, if anything, you all owe Goku. You all owe Goku because without this tournament, it's like you all would have been wiped out anyway because that was the original plan by Zen. He was just going to wipe him out. So this tournament actually gives you a chance to compete.
I didn't catch that.
Huh. Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing then.
But that was pretty much the main thing that I got from that little meeting. Let's see here. Oh, they show what Jiren looks like, and he looks like just an alien. Like your almost typical alien. He's just super buff, and he has a small head.
Big old
alien eyes. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, and then Champa calls Kaba. He's like, hey, Kaba. Yeah, he's like yelling at him. It's like, hey, it's like, we need more Saiyans. Like, go find some more Saiyans on your planet. Kaba's like, okay. He's getting yelled at by a God of Destruction. He's like, what else is he going to do?
Yeah.
And so at this point, Goku finds Dende and look for 17. And that's pretty much where episode 85 ends.
Yeah. And so we have 86. Fist Cross for the first time, Android 17 versus Son Goku.
Yeah, so I really liked episode 86. There was some information here that I really liked early. So they get to Dende's lookout, and Goku's like, hey, I need to find 17. And Dende's like, oh, yeah, like, because he sees everything that goes on the world. He's like, yeah, I mean, 17, he's at this animal reservation. Like, he has a family with, like, 3 kids. He's like, he's living a really good life. And so, but while he's taking Goku to 17, he's like, hey, he's like, just to let you know, like nearby, I've detected there's this boy in a village, and he has like really great potential that you should train him. once he's older. And he's like, oh, I was like, I can't. He can't join the tournament. He's a little guy, huh? And he's like, yeah. It's like he's a boy from Resurrection. He's from Resurrection, like. And he's like, what do you mean? And then he's like, well, he's Kid Boo's Resurrection, like. And then it cuts back to when Goku fights Kid Buu and he's about to destroy him.
Come back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe one day you can come back and we can fight again. And at that point, they still had like another wish, I think, when in the Kid Buu saga, because I know they were using up their wishes, and I think they're using the Namekian Dragon Balls. I mean, he's all the way in Supreme Kai World. I don't know how Puranga would have heard him, but still, his wish got granted, and we have Oob.
Yeah.
Unofficially Oob, but it's pretty much Oob.
We know who it is.
Yeah. So that I was pretty shocked about. Like, I was like, whoa. Like, I was writing notes and just paying attention because I was like, we have Oob, which, again, can lean towards GT, but, I mean...
No, it could be Adventures with Goku and Oob. It doesn't have to be GT.
We have to say Oob in GT was pretty cool.
He was.
Especially when he got to fuse with Buu.
Yeah.
He looked pretty sick. I felt like he needed more action in GT.
He got his ass kicked so fast.
Yeah, like, he was, like, pretty awesome. And they did him wrong in GT. He should have had a bigger part. But you never know. Maybe they'll do GT, but, like, remake. And make it go with the timeline.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see when it gets to that point, if it ever does. So... they state that he's a reincarnation of Evil Buu, and so they find 18 the island, and Goku goes off to go look for him on this giant island out in the middle, like nowhere in the ocean. And so while they're there, he sees a bunch of explosions, flies, and finds that there's 17, and he's fighting off a bunch of poachers that are looking for this endangered animal, pretty much on the about to be extinct.
Yeah.
And
a Minotaurus.
Yeah, Minotaurus. So it's not like half man, half minute bull or whatever. It's just a purple bull with like big ram horns. That apparently, if you use them, you get immortality.
Oh, that's why people want them.
I think that's what, or at least that's what the villain at the end of the episode states. So Goku finds 18. He's like, hey, I'll help you with these poachers. And then starts asking, like, oh, how are you doing? I heard you have a family. So they start talking. And 17's like, what are you here for? You didn't come here just to find out my life and what I've been doing. He's like, hey, I need you to join my team. I need your help for this tournament. He's like, no, I'm good. And he's like, no. I was like, come on. It's like, we need you for our team. He's like, I'm good. It's like, I don't feel like I don't want to fight. And let's see here. Well, how do they get into fighting? I think they just end up starting to fight. He just wants to test them out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see.
Yeah, because they have that flashback. It's like, well, I never really, ever got to fight you.
Yeah, because he got absorbed by Cell before that happened. So they end up fighting, and it's actually like 17's like, oh, I've been training since forever. Like, doesn't mean I've just been relaxing. So 17 actually holds up with Goku.
Yeah, and then Goku's like, show me your full power. I know you're not at full power. He's like, well, I know you're not at full power either, so bring it.
Yeah, and Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, and even then, like, they're still pretty even.
Yeah.
And he even, let's see, Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, even uses a Kamehameha wave at him, and 17 uses, like, an energy shield and is able to, like, just fend it off. And then let's see here about I wrote the wrong thing. Oh, so then that's when he asks 17, hey, join the tournament. He's like, no. And then it cuts to a giant spaceship, like in space, obviously, showing up, and someone in the background is like, hey, like, there's a Minotaurus on this planet. It's like, we need to go get it. And then it pretty much ends right there.
Yep. So it's the next episode, which is 87.
Yeah.
That one is Hunt the Poachers, Goku and number 17, United Front.
This one was very short for me, note-wise or anything. Nothing, I think, big happened in this episode. Pretty much the spaceship sucks up the Minotaurus. Thank you. And so Goku and 17 go to get it back. They find this alien poacher guy, and he's like, oh, it's like, you better not do anything to me, because I'll press this button, we'll self-destruct. And so 17 tells Goku, hey, it's like, take care of everyone. I'll handle this. Take all the animals out. Make sure they get back to Earth safe. And Goku's like, what? 17 then pushes this alien captain outside of the ship, breaks the window. They get sucked into space. And so then Goku then follows and instant transmissions them onto Kai's planet.
Yep.
And so when they get there, King Kai's like, oh, what are you doing here? Why did you bring this guy? He's like, oh, it's he was gonna self-destruct. We couldn't have that happen. And King Kai's like, you brought him over here like another person that's gonna self-destruct.
So you can't keep doing that. He's like, well, it doesn't matter. You're already dead.
Yeah, you're already dead. So at that point, they're like, oh, we need to find out if he can self-destruct. So I think they asked Dende. It's like, hey, can this guy self-destruct? It's like, no, he's been lying the whole time. And so the button had sparklers and confetti fly out.
So we're gonna have a surprise party later tonight.
And so that's pretty much what happened in that episode. Let's see. Jocko shows up to arrest the space captain, and then after all that, 17 changes his mind. He's like, "Yeah, I'll join your team."
Well, he doesn't really do it. He's like, "Well, you did me a favor, so I owe you a favor. So when's the tournament take place?"
Yeah, and then that's pretty much episode 87. It was really that one. I felt was really filler-esque.
And Goten and Trunks will be taking over the reservation.
Yeah,
because they said the tournament's only gonna be 2 hours tops.
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be pretty short.
Yep. And pretty much that concludes these episodes. So what I wanted to ask you, who do you think, out of all the 10 characters that we have, who do you think will be numero uno?
So I already know
what happens.
Who happens to, yeah. So I'll go with who I think might stay on, at least the top 4 who will stay on. Obviously, it's going to be Goku and Vegeta. It will be 1 and 2. Vegeta is somehow going to get knocked out or whatever. I want to say maybe 17. And again, I'm just going off from what I've seen so far. And there's going to be a wild card that's going to be still in there. Oh, yeah, there's Gohan too. Yeah. I forgot. Gohan. Let's see here. So I put Gohan over 17. Now, since I already know what kind of going ahead what happens, I'm sure we're going to find this out in the next few episodes. So, spoiler alert, I'm sure everyone else has seen it. Majin Buu doesn't make it to the tournament.
Because he doesn't wake up from his nap. So they replace him with Frieza.
Yeah. So
I think Frieza is going to get a little bit too carried away. Either they're going to have to disqualify him, or he gets careless and he gets knocked out by something stupid.
So since we revealed Frieza is going to be part of the team, I'm going to move him up a lot higher.
Okay.
Because
I actually think Frieza is going to be number 5.
You think he's going to be number 5? I think because there's a lot of theories I'm thinking of with Frieza, maybe he becomes a god of destruction, and but I think they only have him resurrected for the day. So
yeah,
with that, I don't think that could happen.
Well, the deal with Goku is if they win the tournament, they're gonna wish him back to life.
Oh, okay. So obviously they're gonna have to win it then. But this would throw a bone in my GT theory because Frieza's dead in GT.
Yeah.
He's just dead. So he obviously wouldn't be a god of destruction at that point. So it's really hard to tell. I think he will somehow finish in the top 4. Because it'll be Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, and Gohan.
And I don't know, just from watching one of the clips too, Frieza does say that he has a new form.
He does have a new form. That's what he's saying? Ooh.
I think it's just a tease. I think it's just he's just trying to get in everybody's head. Because, he didn't train. He's trapped in that cocoon in hell, so there's no way for him to train and
to get stronger, yeah. But,
he could be bluffing.
He could be. I know Frost will have a transformation.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it's going to be just like Frieza's transformations. I don't think they're going to be any different. Because I saw the 3rd form with the big head.
Yeah.
I saw that because I watched some YouTubers and they're playing Dokkan, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan. And there's a card out there with the Frost 3rd form. And it's the Frieza 3rd form with the big head.
What if Frost and Frieza fuse?
I don't see how. First of all, they're not going to have Patara earrings. Because that's items that you can't use outside. And that means they would have to be using the fusion dance, which I don't think anyone's going to give them the time to do the fusion dance.
But I mean, they're aliens. What if they fuse in a different way?
I mean, I guess they could.
You know, Nail and Piccolo just fused by
That's
Piccolo
true.
putting his hand on Nail's chest.
But would you say that's even fusion? Maybe it was some different method. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's true. They could do some a different way of merging.
Because I mean, there has to be a big baddie for this saga.
It's gonna be the Grand Priest, and maybe a good chunk of the angels. Because I think Whis is a good angel. I don't see him and Vados don't feel like they're evil, but there's some of them that look kind of evil.
Yeah, the one that comes from Topo's planet, the one with the pigtails like that.
Yeah, she looks kind of evil. The freaking Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
but
or the clown with
it or Joker. What are your top 4?
My top 4 would have to be Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, and I'm gonna get to my man Piccolo.
Piccolo, that's right, Piccolo.
So I'm okay with leaving Frieza at number 5.
Yeah, I mean 5 and 4 is that could be. I mean that's the first half. It's like half of the team right there. Yeah, I mean I don't know how everyone else would get beat.
I think 18's gonna be the first one to go.
Well, we already know who the first one's to go that leaves, right?
Well, yeah, that.
Yeah.
No, not that. I'm saying like from our 10 characters. I think she's gonna be the first one.
Probably. She might be careless or gets caught up in a moment.
Yeah.
I know last night or this morning I ended up watching episode 100 from the newest episode.
Watched it?
I did. I had to. It was like right there on YouTube. Like I gotta watch it. It was good. It was a pretty dang good episode.
I know that Goku fights one of the girl Saiyans.
She fights the Berserker or legendary Super Saiyan Kale. She goes into Berserker form, so Broly form, and she puts in some work. It's like very Broly-esque, if I say so myself.
All right.
When we get to, I mean,
We're
similarities.
close.
Yeah, we're close. I mean, we're on episode 88 now, so we're only 12 episodes away from that point.
Yeah.
So I mean, the tournament's gonna get started here. They barely started the tournament maybe 3 or 4 weeks
ago.
Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks ago, if that.
Yeah,
so
because there's a lot of shit with Frieza.
Yeah, there's like a good 3 or 4, maybe like 4 episodes. They're just involved getting Frieza. So, but the animation in that was really good. From the pictures, a lot of people were pretty excited about that because it was just so different.
Nice. Anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
We're almost caught up, guys. Almost caught up. Just give 2 more weeks almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more weeks. If we go 6 episodes plus from here, we'll be caught up, and then we'll be able to do a more thorough analysis of the episode and what our theories are. I do have a question for you. So the way the stadium looks, it looks like a top. So it has like the center has like a pole going all the way up top. What do you think that's going to be used for? The design of the stadium looks kind of weird because in the previous tournament, it was just a flat surface, like an upside down pyramid. But this looks like a top with a pole sticking up, and it has like an edge, a rim, like floating outside. Or no, that's for people to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks like a top then. Like I feel like eventually, at some point, the edges are gonna fall off, and it's gonna be pushing everybody into the center, and then eventually you're gonna have the pole, and whoever can stay on top of this pole until it's over, will win. That's
not a bad idea.
I mean, that's what
a good theory.
I overheard someone kind of talking about that yesterday. Wow, because I had gone to a card shop, and I was like, that's pretty interesting. But because I don't want to say that was my idea off the top of my head, I overheard some stuff. But I mean, the design of the arena is a little peculiar.
Yeah,
because of it being flat with the pole just sticking straight up. So that pole has to have some use of some sort.
I agree. And on the 27th, is that when the Dragon Ball card game comes out?
I think yes. I believe that's when it gets released. I forgot to ask at my card shop because I think the starter deck might be out or just about to be out. It's either like everything's coming out on the 27th, or they might have released some early stuff like the starter decks.
Okay.
So once those come out, we'll have an unpackaging.
Yes.
Because the episode we'll talk about, unless it's like super epic and there's a lot to go about, we're gonna have a lot of time left over. So
yeah,
we'll have to fill it up with some interesting stuff. Like we said, going forward, probably do some like live duels, or just something
Cover
different.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, cover some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
I've been watching that in Japanese because Crunchyroll has it. And
It's good.
yeah.
Where are you at right now in the?
The Pegasus and Yugi fight.
Oh, okay. So it's still Duelist Kingdom. I've been playing Duel Links a lot lately, and right now they have the Arcana event. So if you beat Arcana, you have to farm him. So you have to do it like just right to try to get.
That's how you got his Dark Magician.
Yeah, because like you get points for certain achievements. So like if you win the duel, you get like 2,000 points. Which every 1,000 points you get a prize. So I mean, the more points, the more prizes. So I was able to get at least 2 of his Dark Magicians, which are like my favorite. And it even has its own animation, which looks dope. It looks very similar to the regular Dark Magician. There's just some changes here and there, and it's like, it's like one of my favorite Dark Magicians.
That Dark Magician looks evil too.
Yeah, he's especially
no T.
Yeah, because like in the animation that they made for him, they have him like flipping into the screen, and then he like falls down on the circle that's always behind the Dark Magician, and he puts his hand down, and he like brings up the staff, and he just like slaps the staff, and you just see it flying all the way around, and then it's doing like a circle around him because there's like wind and stuff, and then you see him catch the staff, and there's like a cut where like you see his eye and like it like glares, so like that evil look, and then he like spins around, just this dope little. Like he's about to drop the hottest mixtape of 2017, and then you got the red Dark Magician. So I mean, red's my favorite color. I think he's like one of the coolest looking Dark Magicians. Yeah, he has like white hair, and then he has like these weird marks under his eyes. So, but yes, definitely do some Duel Links now because I know the 25th is when that event ends. So get some good stuff.
I might have to get back on it just so I can get that Dark Magician.
Yeah, and then apparently the Wednesday they'll have Yami Merrick as a unlockable character. It's like a rare hunter event that will be going on. So
it's actually I forgot to tell Miranda this. That's actually somebody I want to cosplay as
Merrick.
Yeah.
When we went to Phoenix Comic-Con, me and Allie were thinking about cosplaying like for next year. I'm like, I would do a rare hunter. That'd be pretty easy. I mean, I looked up to try to find a dual disc, and like just the old school regular duelist is like running for like $100 because obviously they don't make it anymore.
Yeah.
So like you run the dual disc, just get a black robe type of thing. It's pretty much set after that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty easy and cheap cosplay.
Put the Millennium Eye on here and just
the chain. Yeah, the chain, and then you're set.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, I mean that's the plans going forward. Then once we get caught up with everything, give us some ideas what you would like to see. If you want us to do something else, talk more about the characters in Super, or like we said, we'll go over Yu-Gi-Oh. We'll do some pack openings for Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball Z. We'll try to get some of that material, so we'll fill up that hour or more, just to give you guys some more content.
And thank you, Shark Robot, for supplying this shirt right here. Original Suicide Squad has Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu.
Yep.
Original Suicide Squad. It's awesome. Sure, I've been wanting to wear this one for a while. While we record.
I want to just thank Old Navy. My girlfriend got me. I like the Flash. So, I have no problem with that. It's just Old Navy giving you a shout out. That's where I got the shirt. So, and then my Super Saiyan Rose shirt, I got a Hot Topic. So definitely, it's a very comfy shirt too. I like it. I love that shirt. It's my favorite shirt. But I think that's it. Do you have anything to go over?
No.
Going forward. So you'll put up a poll for another option. 6 episodes.
Movies.
Yeah. Not try to sway the vote, but I want to do another 6 episodes. Kind of we're going to be getting into some good stuff here.
All right.
And get caught up. But yes, he'll put up the poll tomorrow. It closes it's 24 hours, so it'll close on Tuesday. And then we'll go from there. And then we should have another episode on Saturday. Maybe we'll have one earlier in the week, depending how the schedule sync up, because my work schedule has changed for the next 4 weeks.
That is true. So
we might do a late stream, but during the middle of the week. But we'll see. Let us know, too, what you think, if you'd rather have it on the weekend or if you don't mind on the weekday. Either way, you'll still be able to catch it because we'll have it archived in YouTube.
Yeah.
So either way, you'll be able to catch it. And I think that's it. That's nothing else I can think of.
Yeah. You want to drop your plugs?
Yeah. So if you, on Duel Links, if you want to find me on there, I'm always up to play. It's just Rontimo, all caps, RONT, the number 1 MO. Or if you want to find me, if you can't find me through that, just go on Twitter. You can find me on at lone_wolf. Sorry. So I'll start over at lone_wolf_mew. Then the number 2. You can find me on there. You can request to be a friend with me on Duel Links or on Xbox. On Xbox, I'm same as Duel Links, Rontimo25 actually for Duel Links. Or I apologize for Xbox. Xbox One, it's RONT, the number 1, MO25. You can find me on there. I play some Xenoverse. I've been trying to play a little bit more, especially with Battlefront 2 coming out soon. Yeah. That looks really good. So those are the main areas you can find me.
And you can go ahead and find me on Twitter at Daniel Von Helvet. You can find me on PlayStation Network, Danny the Destroyer. Same with Instagram, and then Facebook, Daniel Barroso. And lastly, you can go ahead and find Geek Elite Radio on Twitter at Geek Elite Radio. Same with Instagram, which is Geek Elite Radio. Facebook.com/Geek Elite Radio. And then I think I'm leaving one out, but yeah, sorry. I know I am, but you can definitely go on our website, see archived episodes of this show and other shows like it. That's geekeliteradio.com. And then until next time, you know the drill. Always remember to geek out.